Hello friends and welcome again to my channel Faisai. Uh, Today we are going to solve a new problem on electromagnetism. Okay, this is problem number 2, and in this problem we are going to find out the electric field, the expression due to an electric field due to an infinite large uniformly charged slab whose thickness is 2a. Okay, we have done a similar problem like this when we have to find the electric field due to an infinitely large sheet of charges. Okay, no, it is a bit different because for a sheet of charges we uh, suppose that the thickness of that sheet is very less, so the electric field inside it we do not need to calculate it. Okay, but in this case we have to find the electric field outside the slab as well as inside the slab. Okay, and for this type of problem, we have a very great tool which is called Gauss law. Okay, Gauss law in electrostatics. So we're going to uh, solve this problem using Gauss law. Okay. So the Gauss law in electrostatics is the flux of electric field through a closed surface is equal to uh, 1 upon epsilon times the charge enclosed. Okay, the charge enclosed inside the surface. Okay, this surface. Now to apply Gauss law we have to think of a Gaussian surface. Okay, so that maybe the electric field and the surface area are perpendicular to each other or they are parallel to each other. Okay, so for this case I think we have to take a cylindrical Gaussian surface. Okay, so let us consider a cylindrical Gaussian surface. Okay, this is a Gaussian surface which crosses through this slab of thickness twice of a. Okay, it is an infinite slab, and then I have this. Okay, let's say the area, the cross sectional area of this slab is a. Okay, and the density of the charge density, which in this case is volume charge density, is equal to rho. Okay, the electric field, since the slab is too large, okay, it is infinitely large, the electric field here should be perpendicular. Let's say it is E1, and electric field here should also be perpendicular. Okay, let's say a small portion of this area is ds1 and very small portion of this area is ds2. Okay, elementary area. For the curved surface there is no electric field. Why? Because the slab is so large that the electric field must be perpendicular and there will be no component of the electric field in this direction. Okay, but let's uh, say the area element in this case is ds3. Okay, now we'll apply the Gauss law. Okay, so our surface is divided into three portions. This is S1, S2 and S3. So I will split this integral. Okay, on S1 we can write E1 dot ds1, and then S2 E2 dot ds2, and then S3. Okay, E3 dot ds3. Okay, it is very simple, and this will be equal to the charge enclosed. Okay, the enclosed charge, since this is charge density, the charge inside must be equal to, I'll write it here, Q enclosed must be equal to rho into the volume, because the portion which is the portion of the Gaussian surface, the Gaussian okay, that surface, it is also of the cylindrical shape inside the slab. So the charge must be equal to charge density into volume, and the volume will be equal to area into length, and area is A and length is twice of A. So this must be the charge inside the Gaussian surface. Okay, so I'll write it here, rho A into twice of A divided by epsilon naught. Now we know E3 is 0. Okay, and E1 and E2 by symmetry are equal. Okay, so I'll write this equation as it will be equal to S1 is, you know, A, and I'll write it E S1 plus E and S2. Okay, and this will be equal to rho A into twice of A divided by epsilon naught. Okay, right? Now electric field can be taken outside because it is constant over the whole surface area A. So it will be equal to ds1 twice of, we can say, because ds1 and ds2 are also same. So it will be equal to rho A twice of A. Okay, if I integrate it, I'll get 2EA is equal to rho A into twice of A divided by epsilon naught. A and 2 can be cancelled out, and electric field is equal to rho A over epsilon naught. Okay, this is the magnitude of the electric field over these two surfaces, this and this. Okay, on the positive side, the electric field will be equal to rho A epsilon naught x cap, and in the negative side, you know, okay, the electric field will be equal to rho A epsilon naught x cap. Okay, so like the results of the you know, for infinite plane sheet, the electric field in this case is also constant, just we have this A factor. Okay, okay, so outside the slab, the electric field is constant wherever you go, in this direction, okay, or in negative direction, the electric field is constant. It is independent of the distance from the slab. So I can write electric field is independent of the distance from the slab. Okay, from the slab. Okay, okay, now the second part. Okay, this was the first part, this was the electric field just outside. Okay, so I should write it here, outside the slab. Okay, so we have derived the electric field just outside the slab. Okay, now we have to find the electric field inside the slab, inside the slab. Okay, to find the electric field inside the slab, we will again think of Gaussian surface. Okay, so that one end of the Gaussian surface should be inside the slab. Okay, this is x-axis, this is the center, let say it is O, and this distance let it be x, so this distance must be a minus x. Okay, and here goes the Gaussian surface. Okay, this is area A. Okay, so again we have two surfaces, but again there is a very important thing. The electric field, since more portion of the charge is along this side and less portion of side is along this side, and this slab is too large, so the electric field here must be inwards. Inwards means in this direction, and let's say this electric field is E in, this is E in, and this electric field is E out. Okay, and this is ds1 and area element ds2 and area element ds3. We will not consider it because of the fact that there is no component of electric field over there. Okay, now again we have to apply the Gauss law. Okay, so now in this case I will do it directly. Okay, so it will be E inside and ds1 over area A plus E outside into ds2 area A, and this will be equal to the charge inside enclosed and epsilon naught. Okay, now since E, the electric field inside, and this area element, they are opposite to each other, I can put a minus sign, and electric field is constant over this surface, and then integrate this. Okay, oh sorry, no need of this, plus E out. E out we know it is equal to, we have already calculated it, rho A upon epsilon naught. So it will be equal to rho A upon epsilon naught, and then integration of this ds2 over area A. And what should be the charge inside? Now this is the volume which is inside this slab. Okay, the charge inside it will be equal to density and the volume will be equal to the length A minus x into area and then epsilon naught. Okay, understood this? Okay, so now I have to turn the page. Okay, so what given, we can write it as so we had E inside and a minus sign, and this ds1 over area A and rho A over epsilon naught, then ds2 area A, and this will be equal to rho A minus x upon epsilon naught into A. Okay, so we can solve it. This is area A plus rho A epsilon naught, and this is also area if we do the integration, rho A minus x into A upon epsilon naught. A and A's can be cancelled, so EIN is equal to minus of rho A minus x upon epsilon naught and minus rho A upon epsilon naught. Okay, so here we can see that the rho A upon epsilon naught can be cut. So EIN is equal to minus of rho x over epsilon naught. Okay, so E inside, it should be equal to rho x upon epsilon naught. Okay, Okay. Okay, but there is one thing that I need to mention. When we go from here to here, the electric field is positive, and when we go from here to here, the electric field is negative. So, okay, okay, I'm telling you that's inside. Okay, so E inside is equal to this, and then x cap. This is for x goes from 0 to a, okay, and EIN should be equal to minus rho x. Okay, it will be in minus direction when we have minus a to 0. Okay, so you must remember these results. So we can see that inside the slab, the electric field is linearly depending on the distance from the center. Okay, if I plot this electric field, then I'll have the following graph. Okay, look, this is, let's say it is A, this is also, this is minus A, this is A, then electric field goes like this, and this, then it will comes constant. Okay, it will become constant. Inside the dielectric slab, the electric field is depending uniformly on the distance x. This is x-axis. Okay, and what is this value? This is rho x over a, and this is minus rho a over epsilon naught, and this is minus rho a over epsilon naught. This is electric field. Okay, so you see that it is a simple problem. Okay, but it is a bit different from the usual problem that a sheet of infinite sheet of charge. Okay, in that particular case we don't need to find the electric field inside the sheet. Okay, but in this case we have to find the electric field inside the sheet or inside the slab. Okay, so okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this lecture very much. Do comment me if, and pardon me if I am wrong anywhere. Okay, and I hope you understood this much. So okay, bye, enjoy the lectures. Thank you.